Chat. I'm Kathleen Penner from Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and today I'm joined by Jennifer, and Jennifer is from Avalon Waterways, and they have an exciting room situation that they have where it's an open-air balcony that I'm super excited about, and I'm really looking forward to this webinar. I hope you are too. So Jennifer, over to you.
Thank you so much, Kathleen, and thank you everyone for joining me today. Yes, I'm really excited to tell you more about Avalon Waterways and what makes us a little unique on the European rivers. So without further ado, some of you might not have river cruised previously, so I just wanted to sort of make sure that you're aware of it is a truly inclusive experience. So if you are an ocean cruiser, perhaps, you might be a little sticker shocked when you see the price of a river cruise in comparison to an ocean. But I really wanted to explain to you that there's a lot of added value in that price for the river cruise. We don't charge you for Wi-Fi or water, robes, and your excursions are included, your meals and all of that. So I'll get into more detail throughout the presentation. But like I said, I know sometimes it can be a bit difficult to really understand what the difference is when you're comparing ocean to river. Also, of course, they're a heck of a lot smaller. So we only have 4 decks. You can't get too lost. And we have just under 170 passengers per ship. So Avalon is famous for our panorama suites. So 2021 will actually mark our 10th year anniversary for these iconic staterooms. As you can see, it is floor-to-ceiling windows. We don't have an external balcony, and I'll explain a little bit further as to why that is. But I can't believe it's been 10 years already. And we have won multiple awards. So we've won Best River Cruise Cabins 4 consecutive years, as well as in 2019, we were voted Best River Cruise Line by Cruise Critic Cruisers. If you're not familiar with Cruise Critic, it's kind of like the Emmys for cruising. So these are really important accolades for us because they're actually voted upon by cruisers.
Yeah, that's a really good honor to get, because then it's not just a select 1 or 2 people, it's a massive amount of people who are voting, and they voted for you guys, and that's awesome.
Exactly. So for those of you that are a little bit more visual, this is a great floor plan of our panorama suites. So the panorama suites make up about 85% of our cabin categories on our ships. We do have a lead-in cabin, which is on the lower decks. They're still very bright and very spacious, but it's our panorama suites that actually steal the show. So they're 200 square feet. The blue shaded area that you see on the floor plan is basically what would normally be your cabin. The unshaded portion is where your balcony would normally be. So on river cruises, not like ocean, I know with ocean cruising, everybody wants a balcony, but on river, it's really pointless, to be quite honest, because you're in port more, you're in the social areas of the ship, you don't really spend that much time in your cabin. And also when you're tendering in a port where you might be beside another ship, you really don't want to open your drapes to go and have a nice coffee on your balcony, and there's Fred sitting in his undershirt on his balcony. So we would rather you enjoy your cabin. You can have some people over. There's seating for up to 4 or 5 people, and so we've incorporated that space into the cabin. And we are 30% larger than the industry standard because of that. Another amazing feature of our cabins is, if you notice, the wall where the headboard is for the bed, we've actually put that on an angle. So you can actually see out of your floor-to-ceiling windows and watch castles and cathedrals float by from the comfort of your bed. Not only does the whole experience a little bit more relaxed. But it also gives us more room in our bathrooms, which are very spacious. They're all marble. But most importantly, in our shower. So I don't know if you've cruised and ever tried to shave your legs in a shower before, but it's a little difficult. So with showers, you don't need to be a Cirque du Soleil contortionist to shave your legs or wash your back or anything like that. So they're very, very spacious as well. So when it comes to inclusions on a river cruise, it's really important to know everything that you're getting for that amazing price that you're seeing. So with us, you'll always have complimentary regional wine, beer, and soft drinks with lunch and dinner. We also include sparkling wine with breakfast, so you can start your day off with an amazing mimosa. Of course, all onboard meals are included, which also includes daily 4-course dinners, which are a la carte. And the nice thing is you get to choose what you'd like to pick from. So there's usually 3 or 4 options per course. So you can kind of really tailor to suit whatever you're craving that evening. We also have an included choice of excursions. And of course, you'll have headsets, wireless headsets, so you can kind of go off and meander and still hear your amazing expert local guide. We have complimentary bicycles on board, local entertainment, again, complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the ship. There's also complimentary continental breakfast. So if you really want to enjoy the views from your bed, you don't even have to get up to go to the breakfast. And we also have a 24-hour coffee tea station at the back of the ship. Now, it's amazing coffee. It's actually Lavazza, so it's a really high-end Italian brand. There's also incredible hot chocolate. And there's also specialty coffee. So it's not just your typical black coffee and decaf. We can get lattes and cappuccinos and things like that from this particular machine in the back. And it's all complimentary, where, sometimes on ocean cruises, those specialty coffees are an additional cost. So there's really, yeah. Yes, exactly. There's also nibblies back there, so you can grab a pastry or some fresh fruit, and so you'll never starve on board, that's for sure. We also introduced flex dining for dinner. So this is based on our clients' feedback. So you can now have your 4-course dining experience anytime between 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. This is really awesome because we understand everybody likes to eat at different times. When you're in Europe, you usually eat later, but we really want to give people a choice, and really you can customize your dining experience to suit what best suits your schedule. Perhaps you went out and enjoyed an afternoon excursion and you want a little bit more time to freshen up, or maybe have a nap, or maybe you want to eat early because you're going to go off and explore the port we're in that evening, and you want to go and just grab something quickly and go. So like I said, this is based on our clients' feedback. We do read every single solitary comment card. I just want you to know that as well. And I always get the question, well, why aren't you all inclusive? Why aren't drinks included? And we actually tried that once way back in the day, and our guests didn't feel that it was the best value, because you are off the ship a lot. You do have unlimited beer and wine at lunch and dinner. We also have a happy hour every evening prior to dinner. So that's 2-for-1 drinks are available during that time period. So you can get like a gin and tonic for 5-6 euros. And during happy hour, you would obviously get 2, 1 to share, or keep them both for yourself. But it's really reasonably priced. It's not that expensive. When you are indulging in cocktails or specialty wines and that sort of thing on board. Plus, you can actually bring alcohol on board. So if you're the type of person to likes to have a Bailey's every night before bed, when you're in your first port, buy some, bring it on board. You can enjoy it anywhere on the ship by the glass, without a problem. And if it's a special occasion and perhaps you want to buy a fancy bottle of champagne and bring that on board, you can, pop the cork in the lounge or anywhere on the ship for a small corkage fee. So we really do try to make it as flexible and easy to sail with us.
And that's good too if you're touring a winery and you want to bring back their local wine and try it on the ship. Well,
exactly. That's the whole point, right? So, and just to kind of reiterate again before I get into the excursions, when you're with our beer and wine for lunch and dinner, if you are a wine drinker, you're gonna so enjoy sailing with us because there's always going to be a red, a white, and a rosé available, and the selection you have at lunch differs from the selection you have at dinner. But if you really enjoyed the rosé you had at lunch, by all means, just ask for it and they'll go get it for you for your dinner service. Not a problem. So as I mentioned, we have included excursions. So in the brochure, those are all indicated by the day-by-day itinerary or online, but they fall into 3 different categories. Classic, which are your must-see, must-do sites. Discovery, which are interactive. You might get your hands dirty because it might involve a cooking class or painting workshop. And active. So those are our kayaking and hiking and jogging activities. And again, you get to so if you're not that active or maybe you just don't want to be that active that day, you can mix and match and do what you like. We also have an adventure center on board where you can grab yoga mats, binoculars, Fitbits you can borrow so you can count your steps. And we also have an adventure host on board. So this individual will lead up our active excursions. They sail with us throughout the cruise, so they're also available to take you down into the gym for a quick workout, or they also host morning and afternoon stretching and Pilates classes on board.
And are those included as well in your pack?
Yes, they are. Yes.
That's good. Yeah, great.
So try to work off all the cheese. We have 7 brand new itineraries for 2021. We are very excited to be going back to Egypt. So that is a 10-day round trip Cairo experience. We also have the Balkan Discovery. That's 9 days, Budapest to Bucharest. Magnificent Rivers of Europe is a 17-day journey. So it's stunning. It's Budapest to Amsterdam. We also have a Springtime Holland and Belgium. That's round trip Amsterdam, but it's 15 days. So that is a amazing springtime experience. So you get the tulips and all of that, plus you get a little bit more history as well throughout Belgium. We have also added a new Active and Discovery sailing to that collection. So it's an Active and Discovery Holland and Belgium, 8 days round trip Amsterdam. And we're doubling down on the Danube for 2021. So we have 2 new exciting itineraries there. One is the Danube from Croatia to Black Sea. This is probably my favorite. It's 9 days Zagreb to Bucharest. And then we also have a 17-day journey, so pretty much almost the entire Danube from Germany to Black Sea as well. And if you haven't river cruised before, maybe it's something you want to try, but you don't want to commit to a full week or 9 days. We have short and sweet cruises. So we're the only cruise line that actually offers these. Very proud of them. They've been selling very well. So the 4-day, for example, Taste of the Danube, Budapest to Vienna, that usually is priced at about $2,000 per person. Which is an incredible price for a river cruise. And keep in mind, that is all of your meals on board and the unlimited wine and beer and all of that good stuff. So it's a great way for people to try river cruising out. And then once you do, you're going to be hooked. We have a different type of river cruising. I call it river cruising 2.0. So our Active and Discovery sailings, we offer them on 4 rivers, the classic Danube and Rhine, as well as the Rhone through France and the new Active and Discovery through Holland and Belgium. And basically the difference between these types of cruises and our traditional classic Avalon sailings is there's less distance between ports. Usually it's 20 kilometers. You have more time in ports, and not just regular ports, but also smaller towns and villages that are less crowded, less touristy, which I really think is something people are going to look forward to, when we're allowed to travel again. And choices. So on our Active and Discovery, the excursion options will be 80% active or a discovery option and only 20% classic. On our traditional sailings, it's the other way around. So it is 80% classic with a 20% option for active and discovery. But these are great bang for your buck. If you haven't river cruised before and you're young at heart, you don't have to be a triathlete or anything like that to enjoy an active and discovery, because you're going to see more ports. So the Active and Discovery line, for example, I sailed on that last June. It was 11 ports in 8 days, where our traditional romantic line is only 6 ports. So if you are looking to get the most out of your time in Europe, you might want to look at the Active and Discovery options.
Absolutely.
Just a quick note, when you're river cruising, you're always going to be literally meters from the shore. You're always going to be able to see the shore at any time. So we're always close to medical staff and all of that. Plus there's no seasickness, which is great. And for
shelter.
Exactly, right? Because that's always something that people are afraid of. You don't even feel like you're moving. Plus 2021, we've introduced our Peace of Mind travel plan. So this is going to be automatically added to your bookings for 2021. And what it is just to give you confidence to book something now for next year. And you'll have the flexibility to be able to postpone. You can change the dates, the destinations, even the brand with us, because we do have other brands under our portfolio, for no penalty, up to final payment. So that is substantial. And I have to say, due to everything that's happening and social distancing, we will be reducing capacity on our ships. We don't know what that magic number will be as of yet. Plus, we've had a lot of people that have had, their trip canceled for 2020 that are rebooking for 2021. So I highly recommend, if you do have your heart set on sailing in 2021, that you take advantage of this Peace of Mind travel plan and book something now, because worst case scenario, we can always postpone it, in the future if need be. If you wait until the new year, you might be disappointed that you're not going to get the sailing you want or the cabin you want. So just something to keep in mind for, if you are contemplating booking something for next year. And speaking of COVID, I hate that C word. We obviously, your health and safety are the most important to us. So we have a whole list of things that we're doing to ensure you have not only a fantastic time sailing with us, but a safe one. So there'll be tons of things like social distancing at embarkation. Everybody will be going through mandatory health screenings, which will be a very discreet, touch-free temperature check for all guests and crew. Your luggage will be disinfected prior to boarding. As I mentioned, we'll be reducing the ship capacity. There'll be masks available. The crew will be wearing masks. But you'll also be given a mask, and you can wear that, if you're comfortable. If you want to wear it the entire cruise, you can do so, but we're giving them to you. So, if there are situations where social distancing can't be maintained, at least you're comfortable and you're protected. We will be removing the buffets, and everything will be a la carte as far as dining is concerned. And we're looking at also introducing some new dining venues on board. and tons of disinfection and sanitization. Our ships are pretty crystal clear anyway and clean. So we're just enhancing all of that. We'll be doing deep disinfecting, obviously, with a couple of new systems that we're introducing. There's electrostatic and UV disinfection. But one thing I did want to mention, which I didn't know, and I was, until this all happened, was all of our cabins have their own air filtration system. So the air in your cabins is not shared with other cabins or anywhere else on the ship. So we take outside air and filter it. So that was something new to myself. But it's just even great to know for common colds and things like that. So, but yeah, we're trying to make sure everybody has the best time possible. Like I said, lots of more sanitation. No crew will be able to work if they do have a temperature. And we've also increased our housekeeping staff, and we'll be cleaning the staterooms twice per day now. And like I said, we have the fresh air inside and out. Of course, you can just open up your balcony door if you want to and enjoy the fresh air. But like I said, the individual filtration system is incredible. We have an amazing Go app as well. So this is something that you can download prior to leaving Canada. And the nice thing about it is it's all of your e-docs and everything, but there's a currency converter, there's an expense calculator, there's travel guides and maps. And the best part is it's not going to cost you anything. It's a complimentary app. Plus, it doesn't need Wi-Fi or data. It's an augmented reality navigation system. So that is great for going off and exploring.
Yeah, because in Europe, the data roaming fees would be astronomical. So that is great.
Exactly. Yeah. And then if you are out exploring, a port city, and at least to me anyway, I get directionally challenged because they're not, streets are winding and all of that, right? So you just hit home on the map and it'll give you walking directions back to the ship or the hotel, depending on where you happen to be. So, and then you also get a welcome back credit when you book with us. So this is anywhere from $125 to $275, depending on how much your original cruise cost. This is automatic. You'll get it in an email, and you'll have 2 years to book something new with us. So 3 years to travel. And for yes, it's awesome. And for summer, because we just launched our 2021 new brochure, we have an incredible promotion out there. So you can actually upgrade and get a panorama suite complimentary. So it's about a savings of $1,600 per person, which is outstanding.
It is, yeah. And the thought of you, like just laying on your bed and seeing that would be amazing.
Exactly. You order continental breakfast, so your coffee and your croissants are delivered to your room, and you just lay there in the beds, and you can watch everything sail by. But like I said, it's such a wonderful and relaxing way to travel and to see Europe. I think one of the best features about river cruising is you only have to unpack once. And when we are in port, it's not busing into a city center and all of that. You're smack dab right in the heart of the city, which is fantastic.
It's just walking distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and if
great.
You or need more information, you can contact Kathleen.
Absolutely. Yes. I think that's great to see that nice overview. And next time we meet, we'll dig right into an itinerary as well. But that was great to see what the difference is with your cruise line versus other ones. And that was phenomenal to see that overview. I want to thank you for the time that you took today to put all that together and to present it to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And